Lauren Boebert appeared on Charlie Kirk's show, The Charlie Kirk Show, and talked about the Second Amendment. This is in the wake of just one mass shooting after another. And naturally, people such as myself, but across the country, calling for change, calling for policies to be implemented by our political leaders to address this unique to America and how bad it is compared to other developed countries problem of gun violence, of mass shootings specifically. And Charlie Kirk's job and Lauren Boebert's job, apparently, is to do everything possible to prevent those common sense policies from being implemented to protect the lives of Americans. And I'll show you one bit from this interview and then we'll discuss.
So, Lauren, we're seeing the gun grabbers going into full gear. Let's just play a couple pieces of tape here. Let's go to, I haven't even heard this one yet, Joe Scarborough. Let's go to Cut 52, and you could respond to Morning Joe. Mika and Joe, play Cut 52.
They talk about a freedom that they've made up in their own twisted heads because they've been whipped into a paranoid frenzy by the NRA for 25 years. You know, now they're claiming the Second Amendment protects things it just doesn't protect.
And their position, let's be clear, the Republican Party today is waging a war on cops, right? Those cops that you saw in that incredible body cam footage, those cops would probably love to be running in on a knife incident.
Lauren, did we just invent this out of thin air because of a, quote, paranoid frenzy? Your response?
Right, this made-up freedom. I don't think that defending one's life is a made-up freedom. It's right there in the preamble. We have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, or personal property, whichever rendition or whatever version you want to go by. But also, this is an assault on cops. Are you kidding me?
No, we're not. Also, hate to break it to her, but there's only one version of the Declaration of Independence, one rendition. Now, she's referencing, of course, the John Locke three concepts, life, liberty, property, that inspired and was changed to, credited to Thomas Jefferson for changing that to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, which is what is in our one Declaration of Independence, Lauren Boebert. But the fact that she acted outraged or confused as to why someone would recognize the way that cops, another population of people, as they pretend to want to protect the children until it comes to regulating guns, and they also pretend to stand with cops until it comes to regulating guns. Because cops are being killed at the hands of firearms, and cops are much less safe and are going to be killed at much higher rates if there are weapons of war designed to kill effectively on the streets, unregulated, just flooding the market with these dangerous weapons. That will make cops less safe. I don't understand how she doesn't get that. And when she talks about, I don't think having a right to protect our life or protecting our life is made up. No, but see, the way that you think protecting our life looks in law, looks in the way that we regulate different industries is what is so incorrect. Because I agree, we should have the right to life and we should have that protected. And one of the ways we do that is make sure that our lives aren't being taken at the hands of firearms. And so, because you've misinterpreted and twisted the Second Amendment into meaning we can't at all regulate guns, we are now going to continue to see the devastation that causes. We understand other developed countries, they don't see the type of gun violence we see. And it just so happens they have way less and they're way better regulated firearms. We have more guns and they're way less regulated, way more gun violence. But to individuals like Lauren Boebert, like Charlie Kirk, it's all just a big coincidence. And to protect one's property, and I might remind Lauren Boebert, the property that you have that you're wanting to protect, that property is not going to mean as much to you if you lose your life at the hands of a firearm, as so many are having done to them. And so, yes, you can protect your property, and the way that you get your firearm to protect your property, it can be regulated. Charlie Kirk has been talking a lot about how we accept deaths in other areas when we want to do certain things, like cars. Those kill a lot of people. Yeah, and we regulate them thoroughly. So let's implement a licensing process as thorough as, if not more thorough than, the way that we regulate cars and the licensing process for cars. But I don't get it. I don't get it. Because I know you can't consistently, if you're someone who engages with the political world long enough, actually think your argument makes sense. So then why? Just because it keeps your viewers happy, Charlie Kirk, or just because it keeps your voters happy, Lauren Boebert? But even the majority of Republicans are on board with a lot of these reforms. So why keep talking about protecting the kids and standing with the cops? So protect the kids and stand with the cops. It's really that simple.